Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Reine Des Fleurs. And we are still on Ghislain's first visit, although we just left the first visit, but we still have a little bit more to read about him. So we'll be continuing from that, and then we'll go meet Orpheus. Well, start doing research on Orpheus, then we'll meet Orpheus. So, let's see. We had a really cute, nice, sweet little scene to seeing, that Ghislain loves horses, and we kind of bonded over that a bit, and we got to see his sweet side about that, which was really nice and so cute and sweet. And we told Ghislain not to treat us as a woman, and he doesn't have to obey us if he doesn't want to, so that's going to be really interesting to see what he does with that little bit of permission down the line. Alright, well, I'm gonna head back into the story. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Thinking back, I remember how gentle his eyes were, looking at the horse. Until I actually saw him, I was worried about whether or not I could make this person, who had a heart as hard as granite, understand me. He wasn't so stubborn after all. I even discovered that he has a gentle side to him as well. If I continually show him what I am capable of as a reine, one day... I like these black and white pictures. They look nice.
What's wrong, Ghislain? What's with the sigh? I'm just tired from doing things I'm not familiar with. Do you mean that conversing with a princess is unusual for you? Despite everything, your manner of speech leaves something to be desired.
Indeed. I'm not interested in conversation that lacks worth and usefulness. I cannot waste my time with empty words. Today, I had to invite her for certain reasons. But I feel that time could have been spent doing more worthwhile things.
You have plenty of time every day anyway.
I don't want to be a lazy good-for-nothing like some who live here.
But it's not as bad as you thought it would be, is it? It's good to try out something new, since you're in a new environment.
You haven't changed even a bit since we met for the first time. Why did you choose to meddle with me so much? I have been telling you this is none of your business. The role of the butterfly is to advise the knight. I don't need you to interfere this much.
I understand that, but I'm just personally giving you a piece of my mind.
What?
You are so clumsy and stubborn that I just can't leave you alone. Just take it easy. Don't you want to get along with anybody that you come across?
That's what I meant by interfering so much. I don't mind not getting along with anybody.
Does that include Princess?
Of course. However, that woman wasn't so useless from a negotiating perspective.
Oh? Specifically in what way?
The reine I had in my image was quite different from her. I thought she would be afraid if someone so much as glared at her. She is braver than I expected. She seems to have something that other women don't have. I can't acknowledge her yet, but she is worthy to be challenged. Of course, I expect nothing more.
Seems like you had a meaningful time. You were actually having fun today with Princess, weren't you? Let me ask you, what happened right before she left?
So, it was your intention to have her show up at that moment, Suma Benny?
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's not a very convincing way to play dumb, Suma Benny. I love Suma Benny. That was sweet. He knew just what to do. It was cute. He's kind of like... right now, in that particular capacity, a little tiny bit, he reminds me of Itsuki from Nor 9. But that's just because of the slight matchmaking thing, and you wouldn't really expect it of him. But I just get this warm feeling about Suma Benny for some reason. I like him. He seems like a sweet guy. And I do like the big, strong protector type. I want to date him! I will turn a blind eye this time, but don't dare think that you can get away with something like this again.
Oh? You're being so sweet today. I was prepared for a scolding.
Oh, so he's giving up on his playing innocent and just going ahead and admitting things now?
What's the meaning of all this?
That's just a passing fancy. I can assume that today wasn't so wasteful after all.
It seems like we still have a long way to go. Hey, Ghislain. I agree with you that Princess is still immature.
Oh, really? I thought that everyone trusted the Reine implicitly.
You don't understand what it really means to be Reine. She is going through a tough time as well.
She doesn't seem to be.
You will understand one day, so have some patience. Princess, she is the type of person who can admit her own faults, and she is also a fast learner. She will be an amazing Reine one day that you won't be able to believe.
I hope so. And that's the end of our first encounter with Ghislain. Now it's time for Orpheus. Oh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. The Crystal Palace is surrounded by silence. It is located deep inside the holy shrine. Only those who are chosen are allowed to enter. This place was originally for the rain to supply grace to the land. The water mirror placed in the center reflects the condition of every corner of the land. And it is my job to determine how much grace needs to be supplied. But now, I looked down into the mirror. Nothing has changed. There was nothing but ordinary scenery. If my power as rain comes to fruition, I will be able to learn more about the land. Hubert told me that, but I feel a bit disappointed that I see no change. It's as if the water mirror itself is also telling me that I am immature as a rain. There is no reason for me to stay here any longer. Feeling frustrated in my powerlessness, I left the Crystal Palace. Oh, Princess, you are here. Were you in the Crystal Palace? Ageha and Sumabeni. Yes, I was just checking on the land. How about you two?
We just bumped into each other while taking a walk, so we ended up having a conversation.
We both have troublesome men to attend to, so we were sharing our frustrations.
And that's what it is.
Okay. And don't even worry yourself. It's nothing that serious.
Everyone needs to relax once in a while, and that applies to you as well, Princess.
To me?
I assume that your mind hasn't rested since the knights arrived. We can listen to your troubles if you like.
My listeners. Princess, we all know that you have a strong sense of responsibility. But if you try to take care of everything by yourself, you won't even be able to smile naturally.
To protect your beautiful smile is also one of our responsibilities.
Thank you, both of you. But I really am fine. Then I realized... but there is something I would like to know. What's that? I'd like to know more about the land, Solview. Did you guys notice anything during the 2 years that you were on the land? About the land?
Princess, do you already know what our duties were in the land? There is a temple in each country where the goddess Malene has been enshrined. Our duty was to educate the knights and bring them to Partidam, which means...
That whole time, we had never been outside the temples. Well, we didn't need to be. Unfortunately, we can't give you the information you were hoping to hear from us. But haven't you encountered other people who live on the land? Well, yeah. Because each temple has its own shrine. And mid-sentence there is where we have to end the episode because that's where the end of the translation is. So sorry about that abrupt ending there. But in the next episode, we'll talk a little bit more about Violet's knowledge of the land, and then we'll get to start talking about Orpheus. Orpheus is such a sweetheart. He's so cute. Well, he's actually quite handsome when you see his CGs, because, you know, when I was looking at the sites before I bought the game, and I was looking at the example CGs that they show you, oh, he's so beautiful. You'll see. At some points I thought maybe they were trying to make him like a childlike character, but no, he's like this elegant man, but still somewhat carefree and somewhat young, but still manly to a certain degree, which I love. Because I don't like the boyish characters so much usually. Well, anyway, we'll get to see more about him tomorrow. Hope to see you in some of my other future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.